In today's video, I will show you how to take a sketch I made of a ladybug and turn it into a beautiful and vibrant vector illustration in Adobe Illustrator. If you're new to the channel and you're interested in Adobe Illustrator drawing tutorials and process videos, then please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. So let's get into this Illustrator tutorial. Firstly, I try to always start planning out my drawings by creating some rough sketches. Here you'll see me draw out a ladybug on a piece of plain white paper with an HB pencil. Then I take a picture with my camera or use a scanner and transfer that image into my computer. So let's create a new document using the 1920 by 1080p format. Next, using the placement option, Shift-Command-P, we will place our image into our new document. The next step is to change our image into a template. Go to your Layers window, double-click, and here you can select the template. You can also change the color of your layer right here. Pick any color you'd like. In addition, the image will dim to 50%. This layer will also automatically be locked. I'll then create a new layer by double-clicking. Here we can name it Artwork. This is where all of our new Ladybug line art will be. With the pen tool active, let's go ahead and change the stroke color to black and make it approximately 6 point. Then, with that pen tool, which is P on your keyboard, we can go ahead and start creating our line art. So let's trace out our image using the pen tool. Don't be afraid to go back and restart or fix your curves along the way. What to do next is to taper in some lines using one of my favorite tools, the Width tool. It can be found on the panel to your left, or you can just click Shift and W on your keyboard. By clicking and dragging, you can see that I can make the end of the stroke thinner or thicker, or any point in between. So I'll go ahead and do all the lines I think would need tapering. Now that we're done with that, let's clean up and get rid of all the lines we don't need. By using the Shape Builder, we can also select strokes. So holding down the Option key on your keyboard, we will be able to delete the strokes we don't want. Awesome! Now that we have the base of our ladybug completed, let's add some color to it. Let's create a new layer and name it Color. So what we want to do is to add color to our illustration below the outline layer. So what I'll do is select the outline and copy and paste it in back, using the Command C and then the Command B. I'll then go to the Layers panel and drag that little red square on our artwork layer down to the color layer. Let's also double click on layer 1 and rename that the template layer. With our lines now converted to shapes using the Shape Builder tool and inside of the color layer, we can now add color to those shapes. Remember to remove the stroke color and just add some fills. I'll do this both for the main body and also the head portion, and we'll do the head as a different color. To make things more organized, I'll go ahead and create a new layer and we'll rename this layer Parts. I'll then click on that layer and drag that to the top. I'll turn back on my template layer and turn off the color layer to reveal the original line art. Then I'll begin creating lines for the polka dots on the ladybug's body. Using the eyedropper tool, I'll select the head portion to match that same identical color. Let's add a detail on this polka dot by selecting Command C and then Command V to paste. this will duplicate that object. Then by selecting both of those objects, we can use the Shape Builder tool and select the portion at the lower right to create a shadow line. Then we can delete the remainder of the lines and only select that shape. Then if we darken that shape just a little bit and go into our Properties panel, under Opacity, we can change Normal to Multiply, and we'll change the opacity down a bit. This will give us a nice little shadow type feel. Next, I'll select my entire polka dot and then copy and paste another one and align them with the other polka dots on my ladybug. I'll repeat this process for all the polka dot shapes. I'll turn off my color layer to reveal the template layer. This will allow me to finish off all of the details remaining on my ladybug. Awesome, this looks amazing. I'll then go down and using the pen tool, create all of the legs of my ladybug. Using the eyedropper tool will allow me to select the same line weight from other portions of my artwork. Then, once this leg is complete, repeat the steps for all other legs by copying and pasting. Then, using the Shape Builder tool, we can remove all of the endpoints that we don't want. In addition, we can create, out of our line art, we can create solid shapes, which we can add color to. Let's go ahead and create our final layer and rename this layer Shading. Using the pen tool, I'll create another shape which I will fill with white. Then, under Properties, I'll change the opacity down to about 50 or so %. This will give me a nice highlighted effect. I will then repeat that process in other parts of my project. To give it a shinier effect, I'll add a couple additional highlight areas, and I'll use the Selection tool to kind of tweak those elliptical shapes into more rectangular type shapes. I'll then duplicate that object, scale it down, and reposition it to the other side. I'll then repeat this same process for the shadow areas of the ladybug. The only difference here is that under opacity, I'll change the fill to a multiply effect and lower the opacity down to about 30%. I'll then repeat this process for the legs and on the head. Awesome, this looks amazing. To end things off, let's add a nice background and shadow underneath our ladybug. Using the rectangular tool, I'll create a rectangle that fills my entire artboard. I'll then change that color to a yellow color in my color window. Then, using the pencil tool or N on your keyboard, I'll go and freehand a line just below my ladybug. You can do this with the pen tool as well. I'll then take that shadow shape and move it from the artwork down to my color layer. That will place it in the correct position. Then finally, I'll add some highlights to my polka dot shapes on our ladybug, and that'll complete this project. And there you have it! How to take your pencil sketch of a ladybug and turn it into a vector illustration using Adobe Illustrator. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if my tutorial was helpful for you. Thank you, and see you next time, everyone.